Navigation resumed. Keep left, then turn left. Continue straight, then keep right. Keep right, then turn right. You have arrived. Navigation resumed. In 200 meters, turn right.
Any objections to a 1,909 mile for $188,000?
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. In 200 meters, turn right. Navigation resumed. Left. Then, turn left.
There I was, scrolling my phone. Then someone cracked open a Mountain Dew Baja Cabo Citrus. Next thing I know, I heard a rip. My friend tried to split some jeans, but not a drop was spilled. Have a blast with Mountain Dew Baja Cabo Citrus. A punch of tropical citrus flavor.
Early birds always rise to the occasion for summer vacation planning, because early gets you closer to the action. So don't be late. Book your next vacation early on Vrbo and save over $530 on week-long stays. Average savings $550. Select homes only. Minimum 7-day stay required.
Flies on the baseline and rattles the rim. Two-handed dunk by Santos rim. Ole Miss has to call a time. And the basket needs some right. The timeout is to give that basket a little reprieve. And it's got to catch its breath. 30-second timeout for Chris Beard and Ole Miss. And as the Dogs were walking back to the huddle, Jason Baker, one of the officials, talking to Somto, and it might be about hanging on the rim a little bit. He was doing a little swing back and forth. He does that quite frequently. This is the first time.
Next time you're surfing the web, make sure to visit AmericanHome.com. They offer New Mexico's best selection of stylish furniture and accessories that you're sure to love.
Period in politics. And I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I hope you're wrong about that, but I kind of fear. I fear for the worst and hope for the best when it comes to that.
No, it's just, because it very much was the same thing in 2008 when I ran for Congress against Heinrich. President Bush was very unpopular. Our joke was that, at the time people couldn't hate Republicans enough.
Yeah.
And that absolutely affected me in that race. And just like it did this time, there's no question.
Okay, a couple quick ones. Actually, Troy, you had a couple questions for you that I'm going to relay to you because he's busy right now. What do you think of the, nothing to do with your campaign, what do you think of the interim police chief, Cecily Barton?
I don't really know her, but what I've heard from the people is that they seem to like her, and they, a variety of reasons why. I just wish the mayor, everybody seems to think that the conventional wisdom is that he's going to appoint her, and if that's the case, save the $100,000 at the time, and just appoint her.
Okay.
My understanding is that she's very well liked, and that she did a very good job as the deputy chief, and council appointed.
Okay, I think Trio's going to follow up.
Yeah, Darren, do you think that the whole debacle with the sweatshirts, given out to the homeless, do you think that was bad for your campaign? Do you think that kind of hurt you?
No, not at all. It was decided, like, had we had polling, the luxury of polling, we would have seen right after the election where people were at. But no, I don't think that played any impact whatsoever. I think this was straight down partisan line.
All right, have you talked to the mayor since the election?
No, I wished him I wished him Merry Christmas. We exchanged pleasantries
Okay.
through text, but not since election night.
I
And we
mean,
had a very again, we talked before the debate and after the debate. I got along with him very well. I disagreed with him politically and philosophically. But we had every time we had an exchange, the talk was very pleasant.
okay. Yeah, just curious. I'm just wondering if I was just wondering. You said, okay, I'm Yeah.
And, you know, I think if he wants any type of future in politics, then, you know, he needs to address some of those issues, because whether you like Darren White or not, we can't ignore the fact that our city is in trouble. And it's not in the shape that it has been in the past. And people do want, they want it addressed. They do,
Yeah.
regardless if you're a Democrat or Republican.
Right. Okay. And let me keep you for one more round. And I'm
Yep.
going to ask you about a couple of the issues, and we'll get to that. We got Darren White with us. We got Carlisle with traffic coming up. 96.3 News Radio, KQB Oldham.
This report brought to you by Ski Santa Fe.
Mondays and Thursdays at Sandia Peak Trim and 10-3 Restaurant. Enjoy a breathtaking tram ride paired with a fine dining experience with a ride and dine package. Just $80 per person. Visit 103trim.com to book and learn more. Limited availability.
Traffic right now, things continue to move slow both directions of I-25. Construction zone. What's going on I-40 between San Mateo and congestion on westbound Alameda, 2nd Street, westbound Paseo, I-20. Also seeing westbound back like Pearl out, KQ traffic every 10 minutes.
See an accident? Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 505-767-9167. From American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 in Comanche. Shop the entire store up to 50% off. Check the weekly specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Currently in Albuquerque, it's 53 degrees on 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
The New Mexico legislative session is live, loud, and moves fast. And if it's happening at the Roundhouse, you'll hear it first on News Radio KKOB. From bills to battles, our team is plugged in and breaking it down in real time. No spin, just what it means for you and New Mexico. Stay informed, stay ahead, stay with News Radio KKOB. All session long, every vote, every voice, every day.
ABC Door Company has been
Keep
providing
right.
residential garage
Then
doors
turn
in New
right.
Mexico for over 50 years. And it's a whole lot more than garage doors for your house. They also install garage doors in warehouses, factories, and commercial buildings everywhere. And ABC Door Company installs gates for your home, for commercial buildings, and gates for farms and ranches. That's really important here in New Mexico. ABC Door Company providing doors of distinction for over 50 years. You can always find them at abcdoor.com.
Homelessness can happen to anyone, but Joy Junction believes in second chances. Help us continue our mission of healing in our community, because homelessness never takes a day off, and neither does Joy Junction in our commitment to serving those experiencing homelessness. Your donations make a life-changing impact, providing shelter, meals, and compassion to those in need. Join us in making a difference, because every contribution matters. Visit joyjunction.org to learn more and make a tax-deductible donation today.
When was the last time you had your roof inspected? If you're not sure, it's time to call Territorial Roofing. Not many companies can say they've been around for 50 years. Territorial Roofing has seen it all, has the most experience, and backs it up with a 4.7-star rating. When it comes to the big decision of your roof, trust the experts. Request your free estimate today at territorialroofing.com. Protect your home with the team that's been trusted since 1973. Territorial Roofing.
At Rich Ford, make a used car resolution you can keep. Every vehicle
Yeah.
You know, it's been a miserable few football years for me.
Yeah, tell me
But,
about
you know,
it.
I'm also a Bills fan, so
Yeah.
you know.
I pull for the Bills just because they keep blowing it.
Well, they have done that.
Yeah, indeed. All right, come.
And I like Josh. I think Josh Allen's a great quarterback.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, you can't argue that. All right, a couple of things in the city. Quirky books. I mean, we know what all the issues are. We know the crime. We know the homelessness. We know the unaffordable housing. We know what you ran on, what the mayor ran on. We know all this. But quirky books. What's going on over there with the camp? And I guess, is this accurate? Is the road to hell paved with good intentions? Is that because that's kind of the way I'm looking at this?
Well, for me, what I have a hard time with is that the city went after him because they said that he is a public nuisance because there's people camping. Now they're starting fires. That is the same thing that's being done all over our city.
Right.
Is that you know that there are families, there are businesses that are having to live in these conditions, and so why are you picking on them? You know, why don't we change policy as it relates to our entire city? I don't think we should have people camping in our streets, period.
Right. Yeah. So, but then again, I mean, do we have enough help right now available to help these people and house them?
Well, you know, we say that we spent about $300 million on the problem, Teach, and where?
Yeah.
I mean, the problem surely hasn't gotten better; it's gotten much worse.
Yeah. Well, I think.
But I do think that, as I said, I think that the mayor, he heard what people were saying.
Yeah.
And I know there were people on his side that were voting for him, saying, "Look, man, you're making this tough because you've got to step up and address these problems." So, my hope is that they do because, you know, it's still an issue. You know, families shouldn't have to live with all the things that come with the homeless sleeping in front of their houses with tents, and that's not fair to them. And so I hope that you know there are changes coming.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's still our city, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which side of the political fence you're on. It's still the city. The city. We need the city to succeed for all of us.
Yeah. December 9th, nothing changed. I mean, you know, except, you know, hopefully, you know, the policy directives will, you know, change and say, look, we've got to clean up our streets. And also, too, just, you know, our city's dirty, travel. I mean, it's not clean anywhere. And we really, you know, I saw the article about, you know, Mayor Russ and you know, and
yeah, right.
His family. You remember, he lost his re-election. If you noticed in that thing, he was a one-term mayor. He lost his election because the weeds had grown too high around the city, and everybody became furious about it.
Yeah.
And the man lost his election.
Yeah. See, Marty.
I'd say our conditions are a lot worse than that.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Marty did a pretty good job of keeping the city clean. I'll give that to Marty Jones. You know.
Yeah, amen. And I've said that to Marty.
Yeah.
That he would not have let this happen.
Right.
Never.
All right, hey, but one Varela question. we were talking about this yesterday. What do you think about building a tunnel under the river instead of a bridge?
My joke at the event, what I said is, well, I'll see your tunnel and I'll raise you 2 bridges. And, you know, look, we need to do something. The traffic, I feel so bad for the people that live on the west side because I didn't travel when I was campaigning, and I went to the west side more than I ever had.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, for
We're talking about people spending an extra hour of the day. And so we need to focus on some of those transit issues. How can we get people back and forth to our cities so they're not having to sit?
I agree.
exactly
right,
what's happening. So
then
I
turn
know
right.
some people have tried and have discussed some changes, but you know, I let me tell you, I have many friends that are still in the business. I pray for them, but I wouldn't put 10 cents into the industry right now.
Okay, that was wow. I figured you would be negative. I didn't think it would be that negative.
It's bad. No, it's good.
I got one more question for you after traffic. Hold on. I'll be right back. We got Carl out with traffic. Hold on.
You might have a tree that needs to be trimmed or one that needs to be removed. Everyone gets 15% off until the end of the month from Roberts Tree Service, rated #1 based on Google reviews. Get a free estimate at abqtreeservices.com. This report is sponsored by Roberts Tree Service.
Well, headed west on I-40 right now, you're going to start to see slowdowns as you approach San Mateo. Those are the last quarters. I-25 near the construction zone, traffic will be slow in both directions there. Also got crash coming up southbound I-25 in Bobby Foster. That's blocking the right lane. There's some backups in that area. Westbound on Alameda, 2nd Street, traffic's moving slow. There's slowdowns the last 15 quarters. And in West San Mateo, between I-25 and West Burlow with KKOB traffic every 10 minutes on the 7th.
See an accident? Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 505-767-9167. From American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 in Comanche. Shop the entire store up to 50% off. Check the weekly specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
All right. Darren, it's always a pleasure talking to you. So enjoy your.
Just one quick comparison, real quick.
Oh yeah.
So in New York State, they have a little bit north of 500 dispensaries.
Okay.
We have well over that. You're talking about 2 million versus 24 million people. So that's the problem.
No, it's crazy, man. I mean, I remember I was talking to somebody about this earlier. Driving down, I think it was like San Mateo, near San Mateo and Manal, counting the dispensaries. And you go, this is freaking nuts. There is no way at any point that this is sustainable. No way.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, should we have allowed the out-of-state business to come in? Or not?
Sure. That's kind of hard. I mean, it's hard to say they can't.
Yeah.
I don't think any state has done that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that really would have mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't. It's just that you just said like you've got people that get licenses for dispensaries, and I'm told they don't even get inspected, and so there's just way too many of them. It's oversaturated. We used to say it was 2 years for a course correction. I think it's maybe 5 now.
All right. Well, we got to do something. That's for damn sure. All right, real quick. Governor's race. Any dog in the hunt at this point?
No. I'm like you. I'm just kind of watching. There could be a few more people that jump in. Obviously, everybody's focused on the Sam Bregman, Jeff Holland race.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know how that's going to turn out.
So a Republican have a chance?
Well, we always have a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult. If you really would like to know, just talk to me. It's going to be tough.
Right.
But I think we've got some good candidates that are running. I personally would like to see Sam Bregman win in the primary, but I love Greg Hall. I think he'd make a great governor.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Duke. So let's see, right?
Yeah, sure. Joe, we'll never see a Democratic debate, will we?
Between Deb and
yeah.
She'd have to do something, I would think.
Yeah. You would like to see. I would love to see. I would love to see the two of them do it.
You may be surprised by this, but that Sam Bregman ain't gonna shrink in violence.
Really? Do tell.
And I think that drum beat is only gonna look. She can't hide. She's got to come out and talk about what she's gonna. She says, "Oh, I'm traveling all this stuff." She's gonna have to sit down and answer tough questions.
Yep, she will. Gotta go. Hey, great talking to you, man. Come on in.
Brother, it's good to talk to you.
Bye. Talk to you soon. Okay, take care. Darren White, 96.3 News Radio, KKOB. Hold on.
When was the last time you had your roof inspected. If you're not sure, it's time to call Territorial Roofing. Not many companies can say they've been around for 50 years. Territorial Roofing has seen it all, has the most experience, and backs it up with a 4.7-star rating. When it comes to the big decision of your roof, trust the experts. Request your free estimate today at territorialroofing.com. Protect your home with the team that's been trusted since 1973. Territorial Roofing.
Homelessness can happen to anyone, but Joy Junction believes in second chances. Help us continue our mission of healing in our community, because homelessness never takes a day off, and neither does Joy Junction in our commitment to serving those experiencing homelessness. Your donations make a life-changing impact, providing shelter, meals, and compassion to those in need. Join us in making a difference, because every contribution matters. Visit joyjunction.org to learn more and make a tax-deductible donation today.
The goal? Be number one. It's Rich Ford's pricing strategy that makes the difference. Make a new Ford Resolution you can keep at Rich Ford. With low financing rates and up to $6,600 in savings, 2026 is the year to buy a new Ford.
For almost 65 years, it's Rich Ford's pricing strategy that makes the difference for our customers. Choose from a huge selection of 2025 Fords like a Ford Escape for $23,995 or a Ford Maverick for $25,995. Lease a Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend Edition for $289 a month. Take your pick from over 75 Ford Broncos with financing starting at 2.9%. You could even take home a full-size four-door Bronco for $36,995 or a two-door for $37,995. Or take your pick from the best selection of Explorers starting at $37,995. For more details, call 800-917-6013.
Plus instant financing, instant delivery, and a hotline to Ford Motor Credit banks and credit unions. Ready, set, Ford. Make a new Ford Resolution you can keep at Rich Ford. At the corner of Lomas and Wyoming Northeast, Rich Ford in Edgewood, rich-ford.com, and we're open Sunday.
Hi, I'm attorney Noe Baez with Lachine, Baez, and Intimate Injury Lawyers. With over 35 years of experience, our team has successfully handled catastrophic injury cases, securing over $1 billion in compensation for our clients. Whether it's an accident involving an 18-wheeler or an incident in the oil field, we fight tirelessly to ensure our clients receive the justice they deserve. If you or a loved one has suffered serious injuries in an accident, don't wait. Hire the best. Remember, we are Lachine, Baez, and Intimate. We win, and we win big. Put our team of attorneys to work for you. Visit us today at gbilaw.com.
Well, we continue to deal with that crash southbound I-25 at Bobby Foster. That's blocking your right lanes. Incredible backups of that. Both directions by 25 in construction. There. Traffic also continues to move slow westbound. Also westbound on Paseo Jefferson. West moving traffic. And you've also got that congestion westbound down the Lido. Michael Carlisle with traffic every 10 minutes on the 7th. See an accident? Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 505-767-9167. From American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 in Comanche. Shop the entire store up to 50% off. Check the weekly specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
53 degrees in Albuquerque. All right, well, thank Darren for being on with us. Been a while, but glad we got him back on. Also, I want to thank Sandia National Labs neuroscientist, computational neuroscientist, Brad Thielman, for coming on talking about trying to build a computer that runs more like a brain than it does a computer, which was fascinating.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, really good stuff from him. And hey, tomorrow, we're going to talk to Celia from Animal Shelter.
Right.
About what's going on with her. And also, we mentioned him earlier, we got former Upper Mayor Mark Chavez coming on with us tomorrow, talk some of the issues of the day. We have Maggie Toulouse-Oliver coming on Friday, Secretary of State. And then we got Ned James on Friday as well, talk some NFL with us. So, yeah, we're pretty much booked up. All right, Strauss is coming up next for you. This is 96.3 News Radio KKOB. I hope you all have a great night. See you.
Fighting for New Mexicans for over 100 years. This is KKOB AM and FM Albuquerque, a Cumulus Media station. Depend on it.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packard. Vice President J.D. Vance this evening cast a tie-breaking vote in the Senate to kill a war powers resolution that would have required President Trump to get authorization from Congress before taking military action within or against Venezuela. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Americans tonight are wondering how they're going to pay their bills, abdicated their responsibility and said, you want to go to war in South America? Go ahead. How does that look?
Iran restricting much of its airspace this evening, and U.S. troops based in Qatar have been warned to be ready to evacuate. This as tensions rise a day after President Trump warned that the U.S. would take very strong action if Iran began executing jailed protesters. But today, President Trump says he's learned
there's no plan for executions or an execution or execution. So I've been told that a good authority.
Looks
will
like we're
find out
back in
about it.
Denver.
An activist group says more than 2,500 demonstrators have been killed in the unrest. The FBI went to the home of a Washington Post reporter and confiscated her phone and other electronic devices. ABC Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Washington Post leaders say they were told that the newspaper and reporter were not targets of the investigation. But this action is so rare that a number of media experts are calling it an aggressive escalation to a threat to the free press.
The Justice Department alleges the reporter had classified information from a government contractor. No evidence of a cyber attack after a Verizon outage today that affected more than 1 million wireless customers. On their way back to Earth, 4 International Space Station crew members.
Undocking confirmed. Endeavour begins its journey home with the crew 11.
One of the 4 experiencing a medical issue. They haven't said who, but it is forcing an early return to Earth. You're listening to ABC News.
From 96.3 News Radio KKOP, I'm Francina Walker. A Metro Court judge has ruled that actor and director Timothy Busfield will remain behind bars without bond pending the district court hearing that is set to take place within 5 days. Busfield surrendered to Albuquerque police Tuesday after an arrest warrant was issued last week. The 68-year-old faces 2 counts of criminal sexual contact of a minor and 1 count of child abuse. The charges stem from allegations involving 2 young boys on the set of the TV series The Cleaning Lady. A new trial date has been set for Sylvan Alcatraz, the man accused of killing Rosario Cito during an attempted robbery of his employees of Giovanni's Pizza. The case has dragged on for over 3 years. Judge Warner Fox set the new trial date for late August. The Gateway Center in Albuquerque has hit a major milestone, operating at full capacity for the first time since opening. Here's KKOP's Michael Carlisle to tell us what that means.
Albuquerque's Gateway Center has reached full capacity for the first time since its expansion in 1895. Officials say their next month will now be ready for operation with programs aimed at local communities. The center is only meant to be a great big expansion. That's what the Walker School of Services teachers. So we will make it in
Why am I sleeping in bed and there's rain on my head? Get it? Sleeping in bed, rain on my head. It's because your roof is leaking. It's time to get it fixed at Territorial Roofing. They've been in business since 1973. Thousands of leak-free roofs throughout New Mexico. You wouldn't stay in business that long if you didn't do things the right way. All you have to do is call to the fine folks at Territorial Roofing, family-owned business, 505-265-6152. That's 505-265-6152. Asphalt shingles, metal roofing, tile roofs, TPO, tar and gravel, modified bitumen, best workmanship, best warranties in town, military, teacher, and senior discounts, competitive, honest pricing. That's what they do. And a really kick-ass roof. 505-265-6152. Give them a call and find out. Territorialroofing.com. You can go on there and request an estimate online, or just go old school like me and give them a call. 505-265-6152. Tell the fine people at Territorial Roofing Eric Strauss sent you. Coming up, our Dingbat representatives, we really have a band of miscreants that we've sent to Washington. It's really a comedy show, to be honest with you. We'll go over headlines, and it's great that they finally got people in the gateway. How much does it cost to help 200 people at the most? Really? That's a success? That and more on the Eric Strauss Show.
This hour of the Brandon Vogt Show is brought to you by Andy's Painting Company. Built on quality, painted with pride.
The only thing better than high quality is Golden Pride, because when you take pride in doing something you love, you're sure to deliver the best quality in anything you do. That's why Golden Pride has been delivering some of the best tasting barbecue, chicken, and ribs since 1972. Perfect for your local tailgate. And to top it off, they're also known for their award-winning burritos, the best tasting in town. With the variety they have, you are sure to taste the New Mexican experience. Golden Pride is also a proud supporter of the UNM locals.
This report is sponsored by Capital One. Earn unlimited double miles on every purchase with the Capital One Venture X business card. Big purchasing power means you can spend more and earn more. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Well, traffic right now, you're going to see some slowdowns both directions by 25 near the construction zone. You should watch your speed. As you make your way through there, westbound on I-40, Carlisle into Coors, you're still dealing with slowdowns. We've also got slow moving traffic westbound up Paseo, Jefferson until the river. And westbound Alameda near Rio Grande, you've got congestion in that area also. I'm Michael Carlisle with KKOB Traffic every 10 minutes on the 7s. See an accident? Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 505-767-9167. From American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 in Comanche. Shop the entire store up to 50% off. Check the weekly specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Cold and quiet this evening. Temperatures dipping to 25 in Santa Fe, 30 degrees in Albuquerque. Staying dry Thursday afternoon and a bit warmer. 51 in Santa Fe, 57 in Albuquerque.
At 6:08, it's clear skies and 47 degrees right now in Albuquerque. It's 36 in Santa Fe. At 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
Glory to you and your house. Glory to you and your house.
This is the Eric Strauss. This is the House of Strauss.
You've got to be kidding me at this point.
Listen.
Eric Strauss.
I digress.
Live for a bit.
Fantastic. Land of enchantment. This one told
The Eric Strauss Show.
This thing's going out in flame. Bye for Pitt. Welcome to the Eric Strauss Show every Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. It's compelling, incendiary, Cialis for your soul, and Viagra for your brain. Jeff St. Louis Man Candy is your producer. Because we've got a bunch of nitwits in New Mexico. That's why the sigh. That's why the sigh. Again, look, I got into an argument argument with a guy today, and a dear friend. I don't want to name his name. He says he's conservative, but everything about him lately is just gets libbier and libbier. I feel like libbies on my table. Me not like it on the label.
Hey,
label,
Venom.
label.
How's it going? Thanks for the
Anybody
follow.
remember that one? Haven't been on in a while. Here's a joke. Where's the cheapest place to buy a Coke? Minnesota. Minnesota. Eric, we have dingbats in Washington and we have dingbat voters here in New Mexico. I agree, Rich. And here's my problem. And I'm going to say this until I'm no longer capable. Until my voice runs out and I'm like Yoda. Strong is the force with you, there is another. And then I just fade into a little force ghost. And then Man Candy's like, what the bleep is in my bedroom? Why is there a glowing orb of Strauss haunting me? No, Man Candy. It is I. Anyways, wow, I just distracted myself. Damn it, Man Candy. Anyways, so no, we don't want to be there. I can't remember what I was talking about. Until I'm not able to speak anymore, I will say every conservative-minded person, apply for mail-in ballots. I don't know what else to tell you. You can email me. I will send you the link. Hell, I'll have you in studio. You could meet me downstairs. I'll bring you live in studio to sign you up. If I have to, I'll take a line of people and run down the elevator and bring them up and do it live on the air, Man Candy. Like, over my dead body, will you little bastard? I run this show, not you. That's a logistics nightmare. Yes, I know, but I'll do it. I'll do it. Why are homicide statistics in Albuquerque a year behind in reporting to get Mayor Tim Keller elected, allegedly? Are you kidding me? You don't know this? Really? Why did they suddenly leak that, oh, crime's down from record numbers? Are you bleeping kidding me? Iran closes airspace to most flights. And the Iranian people just need to stand up. So there's that. I'm trying to get some coffee in me. Just trying to get some coffee in me. That's all I want. A little sip of coffee, try to get fired up for my Viper Pit. Next Christmas season, can we call Man Candy Jolly Rancher? Why would we call Man Candy Jolly Rancher? There's a joke there. I remember from the Joker Rodeo. Dangerous. Don't like it. Very defensive over Man Candy. Don't mess with my Man Candy. I don't know. Minnesota. I never got to this story. And for some reason, I ran across it tonight. And I'm like, I've got to talk to the Viper Pit about this. And I don't know if I want to, I should, I know I should. Because I teased the bleep out of it. Nath Wild is my hero. Man Candy, did I talk about Nath Wild? Do you remember? I don't think I did. He is a Magic Man stripper in Paran, Australia. You know the Magic Man? The really yoked up, like, put another shrimp on the bobby.
Thunder from Down Under?
But don't put that shrimp on the bobby. You know I know they come to the casino here and there because I'll be driving and there'll be this svelty billboard of like Thunder from Down Under, and these dudes are all photoshopped with their six-pack abes. 7-minute abes. It's not 8, it's 7. Yeah, we're not doing Men of they're sending me to porn sites or something. Lawmakers could ban ICE detention operations in New Mexico. Sure, bring all the illegals here. It's fine. We'll pay for them. Yeah, we'll pay for everybody. Well, we got the gateway. Just throw them all in the gateway. You know, the 200, hundreds of millions of dollars to help 200 people. That's a good ROI. I think it's a great business model. Yeah. Oh yeah, whoever sold the gateway in the first place made hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. No, the COVID money for kids, we've already moved on from that. You know, he's got his third term and now he can do whatever the bleep he wants. Really, he's bulletproof now. Bulletproof. Y'all Dems are just dingbats. I swear to Lord. Oh. Really, like Strauss can't believe he's a Trump acolyte. I don't even know what that word means. What's an acolyte, my man? You and your fancy language. And I don't know, this dude always texts, but he's mentally deranged, because I've said it time and again. I'm not a fan of Trump. I think Trump doesn't... Trump... I'm not a fan of any president, unlike you dingbat. Because if Kamala was president, you'd be like, I'm for her, even though they didn't really follow a process and there was a coup. I'm for her. Like, you're an idiot. I've said it 1,000 times and you keep texting the same dumb thing over and over again. We're beyond that, Texter. You need to change the tune. It's, all I can say is, and I'll tell you what I asked my buddy today, and right when we come back.
Traffic right now, you've got those slowdowns westbound on I-40 as you approach the interchange. They're going to hang around 10 hours. Be sure to watch your speed both directions of I-25 near the construction zone westbound Paseo near 2nd Street. Traffic's still moving a little slow there, and you are still going to see some congestion westbound. Not Michael Girl out with KK with the traffic. Everything
KKOB. You can catch The Vince Show every weekday at 10 a.m.
Got the Hour of Rage coming up. See, we don't do guests on this show. It's not guest heavy. This is Viper Pit heavy. We don't. If you've noticed the theme in the past 20 years of doing this show, you can count the number of guests I've had on two hands.
I would disagree with you.
Okay, what? Go ahead.
Because all of your guests are the people that are texting in,
Yes,
the people that
true.
are calling in. These are the people that you actually want to interact with on a daily basis. You don't want to interact with people that make you feel dumb, you know?
Amen. Even my crazy texter, an acolyte, I guess, is from Star Wars or something. An acolyte is an assistant or follower assisting the celebrant in a religious service or procession. In many Christian denominations, an acolyte is anyone performing ceremonial duties such as lighting altar candles. So I guess in this crazy texter's mind, I'm lighting altar candles for Trump, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You've got to change your tune, bro. You need to freshen it up. Like, you need to freshen it up. Like, we're beyond all this. We've grown beyond this together, texter. When my slumlord kicked me out because he didn't want to fix the leaking roof, a social worker called the Gateway Center for me. They called me back 2 weeks later when I was already out of this state. Boy, I'm sure that really helped. Liberals seem to think all conservatives bow down, swear fealty, and kiss the ring of the Republican presidents. We don't, by the way. And I'm an independent now. I left the Republican Party here in New Mexico because they don't have their bleep together. Just to let you know. And I wanted to be able to vote in the Democratic primary, so I went independent. I think you did too, man. Candy, didn't you join that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. When in fact, we tend to hold them to higher standards and expect more from conservative leaders. Agreed, Charles. So there's that. 243-3333. Yeah, I agree. We should try to get him. All right, let's go to Mike. Mike, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss.
Hey, Eric, I just want to say that both you and Van Candy are my heroes. I'm just calling to support the president and support ICE. God bless you and have a great day. Thank you, Eric.
Why does he hold for that? I don't know. He just gets... He marches to a different beat, for sure. Yeah, I don't... Look, Mike's one of those, like a Sarah or whatever. I just don't give up on people. And I think if we... I think we have to keep conversating. And at some point, we find some type of middle ground. Here's my dream. They know I'm a dreamer. Yeah, that guy's a jackwagon. You've been very vocal about not being a big Trump fan. So did Darren White. The hard lefty still nailed him as a MAGA guy. Some people you just can't help. So anyway, my little buttercup might be my favorite text of the night. How fun was that? Remembering all those great scenes from Three Amigos?
That was good, but so
Give
was
the amigo
Frank
salute!
Cooter.
Give the amigo salute! Oh! I almost broke the microphone. Eric, what is a woman's fave salad dressing? Ranch salad. Jude. Do women get... we'll prove this. We'll call Linda. Women get raunchy, by the way. Let's take a look at KKOB traffic.
Hello, John Gray, owner of Craig Independent Tire Company in New Mexico. For 45 years, we've been servicing our community, tires and mechanics. As an independent, we do things a little different. We answer our phones, we always think of you, we go 7 days a week to make sure you get the service when you need it. I know what it's like to work for a living and sincerely appreciate your business. We're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. My name is on the sign. My heart is in this business. I welcome you to come see us in Bozeman.
This report brought to you by Glasheen Baez and Enderman Injury Attorneys. We win big.
Hi, I'm attorney Noe Baez at Glasheen Baez and Enderman Injury Lawyers
traffic right now. Be sure to watch your speed. I-25 in both directions through the construction zone. Headed west on I-40 right now.
Navigation
About
resumed.
2nd Street. There. Also, westbound out Paseo near 2nd Street. Traffic's slow there. Still dealing with some congestion headed west on Alameda near Rio Grande. I'm Michael Carlisle with KKOB Traffic.
Let's see
Every
what
10
we
minutes
weigh.
on this
121.
See an accident? Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 505-767-9167. From American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 in Comanche. Shop the entire store up to 50% off. Check the weekly specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Cold and quiet this evening. Temperatures dipping to 25 in Santa Fe, 30 degrees in Albuquerque. Staying dry Thursday afternoon and a bit warmer. 51 in Santa Fe, 57 in Albuquerque.
At 629, it's 45 degrees in Albuquerque. It's 39 in Santa Fe. At 96
tries to take everything. They literally want us to live on the streets and get free phones. Oh, they'll tax everything, the Dems. They'll tax your damn dogs. They'll tax everything. Oh, and for all you elderly people that vote for Democrats, guess who taxes your Social Security benefits? Democrats. Just a reminder, my friendly reminder, never heard of a woman's favorite salad dressing, only undressing, if I'm lucky. I don't know what that means. Viper at K, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss.
Good evening, good evening. I sent you a very worried email when I started with the time change, and our legislature should, I think, have the power to get us all bouncing back and forth every few months. So they're starting next Tuesday. Contact your local rep and see what we can do to, even if we have to end up on permanent daylight time, this bouncing back and forth drives most of us kind of bonkers.
Navigation resumed.
Oh, it drives me. I don't know what it is, but it drives me off the cliff, man. I get so disgruntled by losing or falling ahead or springing forward. I'm over it, man. I am over it.
Oh, my next phone call has to be the office of my state rep up in Santa Fe so that
Amen,
rattle their
girlfriend.
chains.
Rattle the chains, Kay. Thank you for the call, sweetheart.
Night-night.
Take care. Night-night. Not night-night for me. I still got a whole hour of rage to go, and we're not even through this hour yet, Kay. Don't night-night me. I'm not night-night yet. No night-night. This from the email. Eric, your Steelers suck. Eric. Double exclamation. How did that club win 10 games? I agree, Omar. I agree. Boy, do I agree with you. Oh, really? How did you get a hold of her finally? Oh, she did? So we have an extra special guest. Before I get to Nate Wild, don't let me forget to get to Nate Wild. Well, I might even talk to Linda about it. He was a Magic Men stripper in Paran, Australia. Put another strip on the bobby. If you don't, I mean. Okay, wait. Linda, hold for me. I'll get right to you. I gotta take a quick look at KKOB traffic.
Roberts Woodyard has plenty of firewood, but the colder it gets, the faster it sells. From full cords to small bundles, Roberts has great prices and free delivery on 2 cords or more, plus senior and military discounts. Roberts Woodyard on Central west of Montebo or roberts-firewood.com. This report is sponsored by Roberts Tree Service.
Westbound on I-40, you're still going to see some slowdowns between the interchange and Coors. We should watch your speed both directions of I-25 with instructions. And at West Dump Paseo, we have the river. You've still got a little bit of a slowdown. Also still dealing with a bit of congestion right now. Westbound on Alameda, Coors. For traffic every 10 minutes on the south. See an accident? Call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 505-767-9167. From American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 New Mansion. Shop the entire store up to 50% off. Check the weekly specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Mike Burlow from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Clear skies and 44 degrees right now in Albuquerque. It's clear skies and 38 in Santa Fe at 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
From Las Vegas to Las Vegas, this is 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
I was actually thinking about you today, man, Candy. I did some continuity testing. So, that was fun. 243-3333. We have a special guest on the line, Linda. My wife, Linda. Linda, you're on News Radio, KKOB with Eric Strauss. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
My to-do list keeps growing, and my to-done list keeps shrinking.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
watching the sunset while eating lunch. I agree. It feels like that, doesn't it?
It's depressing. I get up, it's dark. I go home, it's dark. I feel like I lost my whole day. It's depressing. I don't like it.
I want to talk about a new hero of mine, and I think this is something. I think anybody could pull this off. So Nath Wild was a star at Magic Men Strip Club in Paran, Australia, and he was making good money. But he finally discovered a more lucrative line of work. He makes. Yep.
Okay.
He makes Nath Wild, Nathwyld. There are heroes that walk amongst us, Linda, and this is one of them. He goes from stripping and becomes an absolute TikTok star, and guess what he does?
Strip.
No. Much better. He films himself. No, he films himself farting.
Oh my.
He does. He films himself passing gas. And so one time he was trying to do videos and he got a request for a fart video, which he initially refused, but then he's like, you know what? I was blown away, no pun intended, by the demand. And I've been making them ever since. Now, some people want to see his face up close when he farts. He's like, show me your face. And he's like, "Brrr." And some people want to see from far away. And he said some want custom videos where, he starts bloated and kind of, part of the process and goes through the video until he feels lighter by the end.
Yeah, 1,900 miles worth $188,000.
20,000 pounds a year just filming himself passing gas. I've been doing. He says, I've been doing this long enough to know that everyone's into their own thing, and that's cool.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird.
But think about this. I don't know. You could make money just farting.
Yeah, you know what? There's something for everyone, I guess so. I don't think I'm gonna be.
I think we should increase our fiber game and do like married couple videos of us just farting. What do you think? Are you in? Are you in? Are you in?
No, I'm not. I'm not in on that.
What?
I don't think this is something anyone wants to see. I mean, they already got the guy. He's cornered the market on it.
Yeah. All right, babe, I gotta run. I thought I bounced that career of choice off of you.
Oh no.
People get frustrated. People get frustrated, man, Candy, because we're not talking about all this serious stuff going on. And I'm like, by 6 p.m., 6:44 p.m., how burnt out are you on the world, Linda? I'm burned. Like all the headlines, Iran, Venezuela, it's like we could sit here and go down a very dark, broody hole. I just don't want to do it. It's been talked out all day, hasn't it?
Right? Now we need a breath of fresh air. But
yeah. Take care, babe.
They've done.
All right.
All right. Love you.
Love you. Bye. She really didn't jump on that new career opportunity. But
Just some of this stuff that is just so obviously a joke, and you ask her seriously.
yes. Totally good.
You can just tell that she's been dealing with you for several decades.
Split pea soup, Eric, works the same way as beans, but twice as potent. There you go.
What are they talking about?
Farting. Filming yourself farting.
Yeah, it's a good run. It's easy. Most of it's been highway.
So.
I like the money. I've been up to buy a new truck.
But look.
One run, plus all the people working, all my workers making money in the background.
I guess. I get, but look.
What else are you gonna do? Keep hooking up, loading, going through towns, making $50 a mile. This is paying almost $100 a mile.
Iranian protesters getting killed.
It's a pretty big load though. It's heavy.
Like how dark and broody do you want to go? And it's 6
What load are you running?
We're
Nothing?
taking a little hour
You're not going to
just
make any
have
money.
A little lightness in our lives. Man, it is heavy out there. It's just, it's heavy. And there's sometimes I come in and I just don't want to.
Turn the lights on.
Dive into the darkness. It's hard on my soul. So, you know, if you can't take an hour and have a little brevity and be a little light, you know, then so you got to breathe a little.
That's
bit.
weird.
In college,
Don't you
we
know you
used our
don't touch the other eye when you have pink eye in one eye?
microcassette and laugh later.
Wash your hands. One good tip would be don't get around people with pink eye. That's probably one of the people that ordered the DoorDash had pink eye, didn't they? That's the reason why they couldn't go get their food.
We'd be jam-packed for a week. Doing fart videos, husband-wife farting videos. This Nate Wild makes 20,000 pounds. He's on TikTok. It's just TikTok, nothing nasty.
Kind of sucks though. Does it burn?
You just fart and film your face. Yeah, you make money.
Never had pink eye.
20,000 pounds a year. Filming himself farting.
Very bad. Pink eye burns very bad.
James, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss.
Yeah, Eric, enjoyed your.
So did you have to take all day off, or did you try to work some?
I share with you.
Okay.
This, why do Hawaiian women feed their
Did you go to the doctor?
beans?
I don't know.
Does he like Hawaiian music?
Get some of those pink eye drops.
Thanks for the call. I appreciate you, man. Dick. See, I love this audience. They get it. They get it.
How long does it take for it to go away?
They get it, man, Candy. Anybody who can text in that we used our micro cassette recorders to record our farts in college. And I guarantee there were girls doing it, by the way. Let's take a look at KKOB traffic.
Traffic right now. Be sure to watch your speed. I-25 in both directions near the construction zone. Westbound I-40 as you approach
Weak,
Forest.
golly.
See a little bit of a slowdown there. Also, traffic
It's gonna really suck.
slow westbound on Alameda near Coors. I'm Michael Carlisle with KKOB traffic every 10 minutes on the Southeast.
You get sick leave at work yet?
Call the traffic tracker hotline at 505-767-9167 from American Home Furniture and Mattress Plus at I-25 Bridge. Shop the entire store up to 50% off.
That's
Check
funny.
the specials at AmericanHome.com. Click deals. I'm Michael Carlisle with 96.3 News Radio KKOB traffic.
Another cold and quiet night throughout New Mexico. 25 degrees tonight in Santa Fe, 30 degrees in Albuquerque. Thursday afternoon, we're cranking up the heat just a tad.
Maybe if you don't use the drops, it'll take 2 weeks, and she can dash for you for 2 weeks.
More on your extended forecasts at KOAT.com, or you can download our app.
At 6:49, it's 43 degrees in Albuquerque. It's 38 in Santa Fe. At 96.3 News Radio.
Finally made it to Oregon.
KKOB.
243-3333. Give us a call. Love hearing from you, Viper Pit.
I
We
did
got
a
the
real
outrage
short
coming up. It's gonna be a
trip,
good one.
like 30-something miles to get close to this load, so I didn't have to like waste gas.
I'm okay. I'm totally okay. Man, Kenny's like, I'd like to come up with a better idea. I'm like,
So
no,
I did
I'm
do a
okay
short
with
load.
just recording yourself farting. This dude is making, I think, it was 20,000 pounds a year. It was like $1,000 a month or something like that. Just for farting. I don't know that I have that much gas in me, but if you're paying me, I mean, let's be honest. We always get frustrated with coaches leaving the Lobos, right? But money talks and BS walks. Let's be honest. I mean, you know, FAA would need to become the fart, and we could have live fart show over the phone with Strauss. That's funny. Speaking of David, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss.
Hey, Eric, a little fart story, a true one.
Okay.
Oh, you need to check out a game called Arc Raiders. Tell me what it's about. ARC Raiders. I meant to check it out before I got online.
He didn't stop, drop, and roll. Don't run. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
Don't wear flannel if you're going to try and light your farts up.
Dude, how big was his fart?
Oh, they were good. You know, we were used to it. And so, you know, you get a plane 3 feet long out of there.
David, thank you for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Bless you guys. Bye-bye.
Take care. That's so... Kid, oh no, he said he wasn't bad. But he lit up those flannel pajamas. 3 feet long flame.
At least the GPS took a good route. Instead of going all the way through Utah, through all those mountains, we kind of went up and around them.
I have never
Still got some pretty good
lit
hills.
one of my farts on fire. Ever. I've never wanted to light one of my farts on fire. It's just not my thing. I don't know. Mr. Rogers made his wife laugh by farting in public. And they even sent me a video. I'm going to have to watch this. Mr. Rogers, he was a good dude. I mean, he was just all about positivity, wasn't he? Mr. Rogers thought farts were hilarious and often ripped one to amuse his wife. He would just raise one cheek, and he would look at me and smile, Joan said, laughing at the thought of her esteemed husband passing gas in public. Look at his wife. Can you see her? Why do they look like similar? Joan. Joan Rogers. All right, everybody harness your rage. In college, we used to try and contain our farts in old butter containers and try to see how long the container would contain the smell. Blue Darter. Someone just texted Blue Darter. I love you guys. I love you guys. And for the guy who needed more serious stuff, I'll always apologize, but it's just some days it's just a gas. I did read this story. I went over this. Do you remember a gas released when you fart could protect the brain from Alzheimer's? They actually have, they actually have a study out that's saying that a fart could prevent Alzheimer's. Eric, think about your worst fart ever. That is my buddy Ed's average fart. Ed is trying to save your brain, bro. You might think that passing gas doesn't hurt anyone, but I know a guy named Joe who used to always pass gas when he got into a small enclosed area. I once saw him walk into a humidor and ruin $10,000 worth of cigars. What the? How bad were his farts? What? How bad was it? All right, coming up, we got the Hour of Rage, 243-3333. Gotta call in. Don't just rage. And if you want to rage about...
Ooh, sorry, dude. Almost ran him over.
Rage about ICE. You want to rage about all the heavy stuff, Iran. Knock yourselves out. I'm going to rage about Starbucks baristas who did this to a cop. It's a really bad story. It pissed me off. I will say that. That and more when we come back. Join the Hour of Rage. Hulk smash.
Game number 1. It's Rich Ford's pricing strategy that makes the difference. Pick a new Ford Resolution you can keep at Rich Ford. With low financing rates up to $6,600.
Was not paying attention on that curve.
For almost 65 years, it's Rich Ford's pricing strategy that makes the difference for our customers. Choose from over 115 F-150s with financing starting at 0.9%. You can take home an F-150 Super Cab for $37,995 or a Crew Cab for $40,995. That's over $5,000 in savings. Or start a new year with a 2025 Ranger starting at $30,995 or lease it
was thinking about that Volvo you was talking about. The bad thing about those, some of them, I don't know which model you got, the nose on it was a little bit too short for the big, heavy loads. So when you try to turn around corners, like if you're going around these big corners, sometimes they would start trying to walk all the way out. But otherwise, I did drive one Volvo that was really good handling. I don't know about high speed. I don't remember driving it on the highways.
Deliver the best quality in anything you do. That's why Golden Pride has been delivering some of the best tasting barbecue, chicken, and ribs since 1972. Perfect for your local tip. And to top it off, they're also known for their award-winning burritos, the best tasting in town. With the variety they have, you are
I think I'm going to probably build a Western Star next.
is also the proud supporter of the UNM Liberals.
Hello, I'm John Craig, Reagan Independent Tire. You know good vibrations in New Mexico.
They're not as pretty on the outside, but
That's not good.
seem pretty good center of gravity and everything.
35 years of Albuquerque. Will be the good vibration. Add an alignment in nitrogen to extend the life of your brakes, shocks, struts, front ends, wheel bearings. We're open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. My name is on the sign. My heart is in this business. I welcome you to come and see us in work.
Bob Clark here. If your home needs a refresh, inside, outside, or even your cabinets, Andy's Painting Company brings the experience and service that make the
Navigation
process
resumed.
easy. They've been local since 2001, bonded and insured, and warranty options are available. They offer same-day estimates, daily project updates, full inspections, and great communication from start to
Burning a
finish.
little fuel
And
down to
every job ends
120.
with a touch-up kit for your home. For work that's built on quality and painted with pride, call Andy's Painting Company for your free no-pressure estimate.
Searching for the perfect engagement ring? Look no further than Harris Jewelers and Rio Rancho. With their stunning selection and friendly staff, you're sure to find the ring of your dreams. I'm Eric Strauss, and I'm proud to share that Harris Jewelers was voted Best Designer Jewelry Store by Albuquerque the Magazine. They also specialize in custom design, bringing your unique
Nice place to put a way station going uphill coming out.
Jewelers can restore, redesign, or even buy it from you. For all your expert jewelry repair needs, visit Harris Jewelers in the heart of Rio Rancho.
Through Casa Esperanza's Give Hope a Ride program, your tax-deductible donation of any make or model vehicle in any condition supports families traveling to Albuquerque for serious medical treatment. Help make a difference. All funds generated by your tax-deductible donation stay in New Mexico. Please give Hope a ride. Donate your vehicle today at Casa and
Shoot, if you had a runaway truck to get to that ramp, you would have died going around that corner back there.
Traffic Talk. KKOV AM and FM Albuquerque.
From ABC News, I'm Dave Packard. Warnings in the Middle East as tensions rise in Iran after weeks of protests and the death toll, according to an activist group, of over 2,500 demonstrators. A day after President Trump threatened action if there were executions of protesters, he says he's been told they will not take place.
This is a pretty dramatic development in terms of the announcement.
Forget about
by
that trailer
President
being so
Trump.
long.
He says he's been given assurances that there will be no more killing and executions. Now, if that happens, that would be extraordinary. It is part of the regime's playbook. When we've seen protest movements in the past,
ABC's Ian Panel, Istanbul. And President Trump today repeated his aim of acquiring Greenland and not ruling out military action. Top Danish officials who met with Vice President Vance and Secretary of State Rubio at the White House today said there are fundamental disagreements. Most Americans don't agree with the idea either, according to a Quinnipiac poll.
A new poll shows 86% of voters, including 68% of Republicans, oppose using military force to seize Greenland. Tonight, Republican Senator Mitch McConnell warning if the U.S. takes on a NATO ally, it would be incinerating the hard-won trust
2026, not 2006. Your antivirus shouldn't feel like a dial-up. WebRoot Essentials protects your new and old devices without slowing them down. It scans 6 times faster, uses 33 times less space, and is ranked #1 against Norton, McAfee, basically all the usual suspects. And right now, you can get an exclusive 60% off when you go to webroot.com/offer. Lock in the smarter, lighter, faster protection your devices deserve and get WebRoot Essentials today. That's webroot.com/offer for 60% off.
I've been telling y'all about the secret war on our cash and the free report you can receive a copy of by contacting Swiss American 800-289-2646. I'd also like to encourage you to subscribe to their podcast on YouTube. Just search Swiss American Trading. The podcast can provide you a ton of vital information and financial news in the challenging and uncertain times we're in. Subscribe today and learn more about BRICS, industry leaders, and their market predictions for the future, along with what you might expect to see in terms of precious metal performance for the weeks and months ahead. Message and data rates may apply.
Not only is a measles outbreak in South Carolina growing, state officials say there have been public exposures in places like museums, retail stores, and churches.
The likelihood with these public exposures, especially with cases being identified in other areas of the state, is quite high that that virus is going to find anybody who is not immune to measles.
State epidemiologist Dr. Linda Bell says 98% of those infected are unvaccinated. Sheriff's deputies are investigating an alleged break-in and theft last week at the North Carolina home of retired NASCAR driver Greg Biffle, one of 7 people who died in a plane crash last month. 4 members of the International Space Station are on their journey back to Earth aboard a SpaceX Dragon. One NASA astronaut experienced a medical issue, forcing an evacuation of the group that went up in August. NASA astronaut Susan Kilrain says that's to be expected.
The decision to bring the whole crew home, that's a requirement. You cannot leave astronauts in space that don't have a seat in a spacecraft to come home in the event that they need to do an emergency evacuation. So all 4 of them have to return.
The Dragon is expected to splash down off the coast of San Diego just before 4 a.m. on Thursday. 8.7 million viewers watched Sunday's Golden Globe Awards, according to Nielsen. That's a drop of almost 7% compared to last year. Most eyes were on football. Dave Packer, ABC News.
It's 2026, not 2006. Your antivirus shouldn't feel like a dial-up. WebRoot Essentials protects your new and old devices without slowing them down. It scans 6 times faster, uses 33 times less space, and is ranked #1 against Norton, McAfee, basically all the usual suspects. And right now, you can get an exclusive 60% off when you go to webroot.com/offer. Lock in the smarter, lighter, faster protection your devices deserve and get WebRoot Essentials today. That's webroot.com/offer for 60% off.
Lobo fans, it's basketball season in the pit. Don't miss your chance to see New Mexico men's and women's basketball light up the court all season long. Feel the roar, hear the howl, experience the energy that only Lobo Nation can bring. Tickets are on sale now, so grab yours at golobos.com and be part of the action. Let's pack the pit and show everyone why there's nothing like Lobo basketball.
Through Casa Esperanza's Give Hope a Ride program, your tax-deductible donation of any make or model vehicle in any condition supports families traveling to Albuquerque for serious medical treatment. Help make a difference. All funds generated by your tax-deductible donation stay in New Mexico. Please give Hope a ride. Donate your vehicle today at casanm.org.
When was the last time you had your roof inspected? If you're not sure, it's time to call Territorial Roofing. Not many companies can say they've been around for 50 years. Territorial Roofing has seen it all, has the most experience, and backs it up with a 4.7-star rating. When it comes to the big decision of your roof, trust the experts. Request your free estimate today at territorialroofing.com. Protect your home with the team that's been trusted since 1973. Territorial Roofing.
TJ Trout here, and you know moving is stressful. We all know that. But when I sold my home, Cheryl Marlowe and Associates made it downright easy. Now, I was ready for the headaches, the paperwork, and all the endless stress. Cheryl's team took care of everything, and they're not just real estate agents, they're real estate experts. Cheryl combines a sharp business sense with the kind of care and professionalism that makes you feel like family. And let me tell you, that makes all the difference. Now, fast forward to today, Cheryl Marlowe has built a powerhouse team to handle today's fast-changing market. market and negotiate to get you the best deal every time. So don't stress. Make your move with Cheryl Marlowe and Associates. Call 505-238-1000 or visit CherylMarlowe.com for the latest listings and real estate insights. With Cheryl on your side, it'll be your best move ever.
Glory to you and your house. Glory to you and your house.
The hour is upon us. The Hour of Rage with Eric Strauss.
Use your aggressive fist, boy. Let the heat flow through you. I'm tired of hell, but I'm not gonna take this anymore.
The Eric Strauss Show on 96.3 News Radio KKOB.
Viper Pit, welcome to News Radio KKOB. Every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m., we turn this 50,000 watt blowtorch into a pressure relief valve. 243-3333, you can win a Euro from Euroshack, a Viper Pit t-shirt, and I don't want to promise a hat yet because I got to get them in still. So we'll get a whole new batch of hats in and we'll get those rolling out. Plus, you can be a Darth Rager. Plus, you can be more pissed off than me. I want to rage against Starbucks baristas. At least 2 Starbucks baristas were fired after a sheriff's deputy was given a cup with a pig drawn on it. When I received my drink, I noticed an employee had drawn a pig on the cup. It felt discouraging and disrespectful, especially after a long day of serving the community. All I wanted was caffeine, but instead I felt uneasy, the officer wrote on his Instagram account. The word pig as a slur against police officers originated in the 19th century England, but became popular in the United States during the hippie and civil rights movements of the 1960s. Anti-police protesters would use the term to dehumanize cops and cast them as dirty or corrupt. The drawing was placed on the cup earlier in the day, intended to uplift partners working behind the bar. The drawing occurred hours before the officer arrived and the store placed his order. Anderson's. Don't quite believe that. Legend. Look. This is the pig. See the pig make it? Even if the drawing was there earlier in the day, why did you give the dude that cup then? It's just stupid. I don't like it either. I think it's, but that's where we're at with all these ICE protesters, and it's just stupid. At the end of the day, what do you want? What are you for? Are you for illegal immigration? Because we won't be a country if you are. As you see the rascaliness in Minnesota, all the corruption and the hundreds of millions of dollars of fraud, waste, and abuse allegedly, it's ridiculous. Jack, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss.
Hey, all right, first, I want my vote back pretty much. You know, everything got kind of bizarre because if you're a protester in Iran, the president calls you a patriot. But if you're a protester anywhere in these United States, why, you're a domestic terrorist. And you know what gets me is he ran around talking about America first, America first. He's giving Argentina these cattle raisers $200 million. He spent who knows how much going to war with Venezuela. The oil companies tell him, no, you're not getting hundreds of billions. They pay as they go. It's a risky environment. Comes out on TV and says, we're getting hundreds of billions. Well, that's not what they told you the day before. And I want my vote back, man.
So if you want your vote back, Jack, who would you give it to? Because I had this argument with a buddy today. Kamala? You think Kamala and Tim... Jack, hold on. Reality check. Then you're a complete buffoon. Thank you for the call. I don't know what else to say to you. You would vote for a candidate that didn't even follow a process. a dingbat, and Tim Walz as her vice president after all the corruption, fraud, waste, and abuse in Minnesota. And open borders. 4 years of Biden's destroying our country. Look, I get it. I get you're frustrated with Trump and his policies. But if you want your vote back, you gotta say you'd be for Kamala. And if you mean that, Jack, I don't think you really mean that. She wasn't even a legitimate candidate. What were your options? You really think the world would be a better place with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz? Walz? I mean, seriously? Be serious about it. You can't just shoot from emotion. Darth Rager Steve, you're on News Radio. Look, I'm raging against Jack. I let him speak too. I did not interrupt him, by the way. So, and that was about a dingbat as a call as I've got. Darth Rager Steve, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss. How you doing, man?
You've had a lot worse. I'm doing great. Hey, great show earlier on that sports animal.
Thanks.
Hey,
Thanks for calling, by the way. Thanks for calling.
No problem, man.
Appreciate it. Go ahead.
No problem at all.
Do your thing, man.
Let me rage. Sarah, I usually don't point out people on a show, but I'll point out you and Jack at this point. But Sarah, stop calling in on other shows and this show and complaining about pedestrians and sidewalks and bus stops and everything else. You voted for Tim. You voted for it. Deal with it. You got a problem, change your vote. Just like Jack wants to. Change your vote. Now, let's go after the other dingbats, the 5 dingbats that we got, the Congress people and the senators. Hey, you quit complaining about Trump every stinking day. That's all I hear is Trump, 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 Trump. Stop complaining. I can't take you guys complaining about Trump. You guys have been complaining about Trump for 8 years. You guys have been complaining about Trump during the 4 years that Biden was president. Stop complaining about the guy. Go do some work and get the things done that you said that you were
Balance a budget. Balance a budget.
Balance a budget. Take care of the Medical Act. You guys voted for the stinking Medical Act, the Obamacare. Fix it. Stop jacking around and go do your job. That's what we paid you for. Do it. Have a good night.
Thanks for the call, man. That's why he's a Darth Rager. Darth Rager Steve setting the tone. 243-3333.
Then turn right.
That's where I'm at right now. You just, like, people can't get out of their own way. The only alternative was Kamala Harris. Remember with her she, them pronouns at that one meeting, and the masks, and the open borders, and the app doesn't even know where North Korea is? You want that running the country with Tim Walz? I mean, are we serious here? Lori, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss.
Hey, Eric, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. So I just got back from a trip, and I have to say I'm friggin' annoyed. $90 million at the friggin' airport, but yet they don't take that damn tile floor out. You know, you're walking down with your luggage the whole way, and your whole hand's vibrating. Boom, 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 boom. You know, come on. And then they have the same stupid tile on the crosswalks to go from baggage claim to where the shuttle buses are to take you to the off-site parking.
I love you. I love you, Lori. You gotta watch your language. When we rage, we have to watch our language. We love you, Lori. I got it. Did I got it right? Okay. 243-3333. This from Charles. In regards to Jack, America first doesn't mean America only. We didn't go to war with Venezuela. So Charles. 243-3333. We have Jack, Steve, and Lori, and 2 open lines. And all you have to do is call in, be pissed off, and win stuff. John, you're on News Radio KKOB with Eric Strauss.
You know, it's so funny. I was about to
Take the
talk
exit
about
on the right.
something, and Lori went right into it, which was with those, you know, but would it be New Mexico if you weren't rattling around, your wheels just rattling around down the road? Because that's exactly what's happening out here. The amount of potholes that I hit every single day in the capital city of Santa Fe, where we're supposed to be keeping it beautiful, I don't know what's going on. They like stopped spending money on keeping it beautiful around here, because I've hit some potholes that'll rip my rim right off.
Yep.
And I keep waiting for my tires to go flat. It's so bad. These are the things that I think we should unite around. But the liberals are so stuck on Trump, they can't even call out their local representatives and say, hey, what's going on with our town? What's going on with our all the drug dealers and all the drug people using on Cerrillos Road, needles all over the place? We can't call these people out because we're so focused on Trump, and we have this CDS syndrome that's so crazy. We cannot see the forest from the trees.
I agree. And see, this is what they're doing. John, you make a great call. Thank you. You're in the mix, by the way. Stay tuned. I'm just going to call that New Mexico politician range. Writing it down. ABQ Guns, shop.abqguns.com is the website. It's Arnie, locally owned, law enforcement owned, locally operated. Christmas is over at most stores, but not at ABQ Guns. They've got the new Glock Gen 6 pistol with improved angle, less recoil. What a gun this is. You need to go check this out, and I guarantee Arnie will beat anybody's prices on it.
Right.
Soft pistol
Take the
cases.
exit on the right.
$10 still. Yeah, it's a great deal. As always, has lower blue
man,
label
I'm gonna have to
pricing
stop on
for
that
first
hill.
responders on select Glock firearms.
In 200
If you're a
meters,
first
turn
responder,
right.
you can still get blue label pricing for 1 gun per year. Sign up for Glock Shooting Sports Foundation, and you can qualify. They'll help you sign up at ABQ Guns. Look, it's Arnie. He's amazing. You go in there. He knows his stuff. He's been on my radio show for 3 hours answering questions about the most random guns, and he knew about it all. 11 years in a row, they've been named best in the city by Albuquerque the Magazine. Enter as guests.
Guess I should go
leave
up and
as
stop.
friends.
I don't think
That's
that
what
light's
they
gonna
do.
change
It's
until I
ABQ
do.
Guns, Riverside Plaza, 6301 Riverside Plaza.
There.
899-1144 is the phone number. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. 6 p.m. Saturday, 9 a.m. 4 p.m. Reach out to Arnie and tell him, please, Eric Strauss sent you.
I'll do it.
Hey, New Mexico, lock in for Lobos men's basketball on News Radio KKOB. Fast breaks, big shots, and that pit energy. Live on KKOB. When the buzzer hits, stick around for Lobos Live with Kenny Thomas, breaking down the game, the moments, and what's next. It's hoops, hype, and hometown pride all in one place. News Radio KKOB is your home for Lobos basketball.
When was the last time you had your roof inspected? If you're not sure, it's time to call Territorial Roofing. Not many companies can say they've been around for 50 years. Territorial Roofing has seen it all, has the most experience, and backs it up with a 4.7 star rating. When it comes to the big decision of your roof, trust the experts. Request your free estimate today at territorialroofing.com. Protect your home with the team that's been trusted since 1973. Territorial Roofing.
TJ Trout here, and you know moving is stressful. We all know that. But when I sold my home, Cheryl Marlowe and Associates made it downright easy. Now, I was ready for the headaches, the paperwork, and all the endless stress. But Cheryl's team took care of everything. And they're not just real estate agents, they're real estate experts.
Whoa.
Cheryl combines
People,
a
come
sharp
on.
business sense with a kind of care and professionalism that makes you feel like family. And let me tell you, that makes all the difference. Now, fast forward to today, and Cheryl Marlowe has built a powerhouse team to handle today's fast-changing market. So whether you're buying or selling, you can count on them for results. And in today's market, timing and strategy are everything. Cheryl's team knows how to price, market, and negotiate to get you the best deal every time. So don't stress. Make your move with Cheryl Marlowe and Associates. Call 505-238-1000 or visit CherylMarlowe.com for the latest listings and real estate insights. With Cheryl on your side, it'll be your best move ever.
Hope I weren't turning right in there.
Through Casa Esperanza's Give Hope a Ride program, your tax-deductible donation of any make or model vehicle in any condition supports families traveling to Albuquerque for serious medical treatment. Help make a difference. All funds generated by your tax-deductible donation will stay in New Mexico. Please give Hope a ride. Donate your vehicle today at casanm.org.
Hello, I'm John Craig, owner of Craig Independent Tire in Beloit, New Mexico. We know good vibrations in New Mexico.
You have a ride.
When it's your vehicle, that's not good. But we can fix it with our mechanical services and tires. Nationwide road hazard, 45 years of positive customer experience. We'll be the good vibration you leave with. Add an alignment
Should
and
we
nitrogen
park
to extend the
this?
life of your tires. Brakes, shocks,
Last time it was
struts,
too
front
long, but
ends,
we'll
wheel
try it.
bearings. We're open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. My name is on the sign. My heart is in this business. I welcome you to come see us in Beloit.
Remember the name. News Radio KKOB is your home for news, weather, and traffic. 96.3 News Radio KKOB. Depend on it.
243-3333, 3 open lines. It's the hour of rage. Not to be confused with the 20 minutes of rage. Call in, be pissed off, become a Darth Rager. Got open lines. We have Jack with his Trump rage. Darth Rager Steve with just solid rage. Lori with, I believe she was referring to the brick floors in the airport. I think they're brick and not tile. Am I right or wrong on that? Pretty sure it's brick. And brick is not very forgiving with, you know, luggage wheels.
1,911 miles, 2 hours, 6 minutes, 260
And John
gallons
with
of
New
fuel.
Mexico politician rage.
188,000.
243-3333.
Nice.
I can promise you Kamala Harris was not qualified to be president, nor did she follow any process to become the Democrat candidate for president. So any of you dingbats that sit there and go, Kamala would have made a better president, you're not
137,000.
recognizing
I don't think I'm going to do another
that
one
you
tonight.
had your
So,
January
appreciate
6th
everybody
moment.
stopping
There
in,
was a
taking a
political
watch.
coup
We'll grab
right
another load
before
later.
your eyes. They threw out 14 million votes for Biden and installed